Well, hi again and welcome back to the Branthwaite Productions YouTube channel, where in this video I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak preview of what is going to be going on the Branthwaite Productions YouTube channel in the next week, because here I have a brand new roller coaster game which is called Planet Coaster. You can see here, you can see there's actually a few rides you can see in the background. There's a Ferris wheel you can see over there, and there's a coaster over there as well you can see. So yeah, this is a very good game that I've actually got. Now, Planet Coaster has got to be one of the best theme park simulation games I've ever seen. Now, some of you might be wondering, Jamie, why did you decide Planet Coaster? Now, because I wanted to do something a little bit new. The other game that I had, known as Further Off the Rails, that game was starting to get a little bit boring. I've had it for such a long time, and I thought, hang on a minute, why don't I get a brand new roller coaster game known as Planet Coaster? Now, in this video I'm going to be showing you my theme park I have built so far. Now, just to let you know, this is not the final theme park I'm going to be building for all of you out there. I'm actually going to be starting a brand new theme park from scratch in the next week. So I'll be building the entrance, I'll be building a few coasters, some rides, dark rides, mainly everything like that. So I'm just going to give you a quick little tour of what I've actually been doing so far. So you can see here, this here is the entrance, so this will take you to the front of the park. A little bit of theming. So over here we have a carousel on the left hand side. You can probably just see a little coaster just over the back there, which I'll be showing you in a few minutes. So over here we have the park's entrance. So you can see here, this is where all the park guests and visitors will arrive once the park has been opened. Like I said, I've not opened it yet because it has not been completed. Like I said, I'll be doing another video on this current theme park in the next few months once it's all ready. So without further ado, let's go straight inside this park. So over here, so this is where everybody would walk. So this is a really massive pavement where everybody goes in and out. So like I said, so if we go over here, here we have a carousel. You can see here, and can I just say, one thing that I really love about this game is the graphics. Now the graphics are they look absolutely real. You can see here, you can do lots of things, like I'll be going through a few other options you can do in a minute. So like I said, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the park, and then later on I'll probably give you some on my POVs of some of the rides I've got so far if we have enough time. So let's go all the way around here. So like I said, I'll spin you around. So if I just rotate. So over here we have a little Ferris wheel, so a little pirate themed Ferris wheel. You can see here there's like barrels and jellyfish as the cable cars, and then we have like a few little pirate related scenery going on around in the background. And then here is the entrance as well, and then you just walk all the way around through the queue line. Next up then we have a little balloon ride over here. So you can see here, so you've got balloons. You then have the basket, so it mainly just spins round. And yeah, so like I said, really nice little balloon ride there. And on the right here we have a train that takes you for a little tour around the park with some Wild West theme going on around here. So you can see here we've got like a few buildings that are being in construction. We've actually got a statue of an actual train. So it's like an American themed area that I've actually built for the train. We have some special effects like fire. We've got explosions. We've got wagons. Got another building here. We've got like a little campsite. We've got a water tower. We've even got a steamboat or paddle boat So the train goes around it with like some water effects as well. And we then got another campsite over here. Another campsite here. We then have a few other western themed areas here. So we've got some rocks. We've even got a windmill over here as well. You can just see here. Now let me just rotate so you can actually see. So where were we? We were on the railway, weren't we? And then as the train reaches the halfway point, it will go up a hill. So like I said, if you do see a onward P.O.V of my railway that I built, like I said, it will go quite slow for a bit, and then it will go all the way round, past a few other little rides, and there's a few little themed areas as well. You can just see there, like a little western area. Just goes all the way round really. And yeah, so that is the railway. So let's just go back to the railway. So I don't think there's anything else on this side. I'll just check. Okay, so I've got one of my coasters over here. So this is this is going to be mainly themed around space. So you can just see over here. So we've got like a few space related items, like guns and technology, space rockets, mainly everything like that. Like I said, it's not completely finished yet because I've still got to do a bit more work on some of the rides. Make sure they've got better theming when I actually open the part later on. And then just all the way over here we have a water ride, and that is a log flume. So you can just see the log flume over here. Apparently I'm just testing it out because I've actually just built it most recently. And then I'll just give you a little tour. So there's the logs going around. We then have some waterfall effects. So it's mainly like a pirate themed area. As you can see here, we've got ruins of shipwrecks. You can just see here. We have boats. We've got a galleon in the background just there, which I'll give you a close-up of. So here it is. There's the galleon. We've got a little rowing boat. Got a little island I've actually created as well. And then we've got more water effects as well. And you can see the log going down the last drop with a big splash. So yeah, it's pretty good so far. Like I said, I'll continue with the tour right now. So over here, just in the distance there, we have a wooden roller coaster. So like I said, this is not completely finished yet. I'm still got to do like some other work on there, just to add a bit more scenery, make sure the coaster's tested and that, just making sure it's working and making sure I've actually got enough trains, mainly everything else like that. You can just see in the background as well. Like I said, I've still got to build the stations as well. So over here we have the station, and then we have like a tunnel area which the train will go through. So yeah, that's what the wooden coaster looks like so far. So if we go back along this way, we have then got a magical carpet ride. You can just see here, so mainly like a Aladdin style ride. So you can see you got a carpet, so mainly like which goes up and down. So it goes on a little drop, so it's on a track and then goes up and down just to make it a bit more thrilling. So we've done this way. What about, okay, so we've got a little flat ride over here. So this spins round and then the cars will spin round on a little track as well, so it skids on the track when the actual ride goes round. So over here we have a little car ride as well that goes around a garden, around a really nice house with some beautiful music playing in the background as well. So like I said, I'll probably take some POVs of the rides later. We have Right, sorry about that. It's just because recording stopped. You could only record for 10 minutes. So over here we have a pirate ship. Just a pirate ship over here. Over here we have a dark ride. So like I said, I'll just spin you around for this one. Nice organ music playing. I probably have to spin you around even more because I've actually got to give you a little bit of an idea of what the ride looks like. Sorry about this, everyone. I'm just trying to you can actually go through the buildings as well. Yeah, you can. So here's like a little dark ride. We've got some cat themed cars. So like I said, I'll just try and give you. Right, there we go. So let's just go back. So yeah, this is like a fairy tale themed ride, and then towards the end of the ride you then go through a cave, which I believe is full of sweets. So just spin you around. So yeah, at the end, near towards the end of the ride, you then go through a cave full of sweets, lollipops, mainly just presents as well, just mainly everything sweet related, really. So yeah, so that's where the dark ride will finish. So yeah, just a little bit of an idea of what the ride looks like. So where were we? So we've got the dark ride. Okay, so got a few other rides here. Around the back there we have a Sizzler, I think. Sizzler or Twister, whatever you want to call it. You can just see there. So there you go, the Sizzler. Yeah, there you go. Sizzler, some sort of ride like that. And then on the left here we have got a junior coaster. Flight of the Dragon it's called. You can just see here, this is already a pre-built coaster. What I did was I actually themed it by adding in tunnels and other bits of scenery around as well. You can see it going up the hill now. Now it's going through. Right, what else have we got? I think we've got another ride over here as well. So we've got like a little, there we go, a little cups and saucers ride over here. We have a Ferris wheel as well to take in the nice scenery of the park. And anything else? We've got some sort of, I don't know what that ride is. It looks like some sort of flat ride over here. And have we got any more rides I want to show you? I think there was another ride I wanted to show you as well. Here we go, over here. Just all the way over here. We've got a another ride over here. It's like one of those super elite rides that just takes you. It's just like a roller coaster, but it actually just goes around in a loop. And we then have one final ride over here, which is like some sort of spinning ride, an octopus style themed spinning ride over here. And then we have another spinning ride just here as well. Okay then, so that's all the rides that I have got in this park so far. Now what I want to do is go through some of the different categories and options that you can do in Planet Coaster. And yeah, so let's start now. So over here we have, of course, the help option, the notifications. It tells you everything about the ride. So you can see here there's a few rides that I've not finished as yet, like entrances or tests or mainly. So you can see here you've got important notice, rides, staff, shops and facilities, guests, park management, security and sequences. So these are mainly like different notifications you get if there's something wrong or something needs doing, mainly anything like that. Over here then we have park management, so if we click here, so here is what the park actually looks like at the moment. There might not be that much going on at the moment because, like I said, I'm still building the park at this moment. And like I said, when the series does start next week, like I said, it's going to be a brand new park. Like I said, I'm going to keep this one so I could actually, you know, do it for myself, and then I'll show you it in a later video once the park has been completed. So over here we're in the overview section. So we've got guest summary, so we've got adult group guests, teen groups, test, and then family group guests. And you can see here that is the average guest happiness. I think it's in orange because there's no the park is hardly open as yet. So we've got staff summary at the moment. So we've got the stall staff, security guards, entertainers, mechanics, and janitors. Well, like I said, I haven't got any of these yet because I'm still currently building the park at the moment. And then we've got profit, we've got costs, wages, loan replacements, research payments, and then this here tells us how many rides we've got, how many there is, how many are closed, and then we've got coasters, of course, how many are there, how many are closed, and then, like I said, same with shops and facilities, and then the breakdowns as well. It's definitely that we do not want to see any breakdowns at all. Then over here we have graphs, so you can just see here, it's just mainly to do with so you've got ride rating, marketing bonus, bounce bonus, scenery, park rating. It's just mainly there will be more information once I've actually done the park. I'm just giving you a little bit of an idea of how everything works. Ticket prices, and like I said, you can change your opening times of the park as well. So like I said, I'm not going to be doing it yet, so you can see here, so 8 o'clock, or you can even change it to, like I said, probably some parks open around about 10 or 11, and then some will close probably earlier. It actually depends. And then you have your ticket prices, and then you can have a park capacity of how many guests you want in your park, and then the park statistics tells you everything, so ratings, just coaster statistics, anything, any other bits in that. So we've got finances, so this is what all the finances look like to different categories, so price, tickets, and then mainly everything else like that. The marketing is like, is to run marketing campaigns to attract even more people to your park, and that's where your marketing campaigns would go once you've actually run them. Over here we've got staff, so we've got like maintenance, and then we have entertainers as well, or if you want to go all staff, and then there's their names, their workloads, their happiness, trading level, and how much they get paid. Yeah, mainly everything like that. No entertainers as yet, or anything else as yet. Next one we have guests, so this is all the guest summaries. So we have 3 sections: adult groups, teen groups, and family groups. And then these are actually your guest needs. So we've got hunger, toilet, energy, thirst, and nausea, which are the very most important ones to look out for. And then these are your guest thoughts, so when they actually do come in the park, they will then be reviewing the park as well to see what's good and what's bad. And then this is the graphs as well about how many guests for each one. And over here we have attractions and shops, and it lists mainly everything in the park. So it tells you the name of the ride, the customers, the date opened, star rating, profit, prices, and the status that you can see here. So mainly everything's closed. I'll tell you what, I'll just close the Dragon Coaster down. so you can operate your rides at the same time. You can test them, mainly everything at the same time. Security management, this tells you everything about the security of your park. Camera statistics as well, and crime statistics. And then here we have special effects, and this tells you what effects have been used for each of the rides. We've also got speakers, and of course video billboards, which I've not got as yet. So that is mainly everything for the park management. Okay then, so that's the park management all completed. Now over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories. So we've got my blueprints, coasters, track rides, shops and facilities, scenery and buildings. So these are like some of the different attractions and coasters, and mainly scenery and buildings you can add to your park. So for my blueprints, I think it's when you actually design rides or put in buildings, you can save them and then you can use it again whenever you want. So that is something in the future. Over here we've got coasters. So the blueprint coasters are the ones that have been mainly built for you. So you don't have to build them, you can just place a coaster in, and you could then theme it, you can then edit it, you can paint it, retheme it, anything you want to do with it. So you can see here we've got a few pre-built coasters already done. And then for the custom, you can then build your very own roller coaster. So you can see here we have different coasters, and then we can change the category. So we've got steel coasters, and then here we then have some different categories as well. So we've got X Dimension, Typhoon Family, Giga, Hypercoaster, Inverted, Launch, Wing, Other. Yes, so mainly different coasters along here. And then this will be the same for hybrid coasters over here. And then wooden coasters as well. Now moving on to track rides now. So these are like your transportation rides. So here we've got some go-karts, we've got a log flume, you've got a monorail, a little car ride, a little dark ride, a little cat themed dark ride, a little Christmas sleigh themed ride. You've got river rapids here as well, and you even got some trains. Now can I just say, when I was younger I always used to be a big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. I used to really like trains. Apparently, like I said at the start of the video, I've actually got a railway in the park already, so mainly I've got that. And then we have some go-karts as well, or if you just want to put them in different categories. So this is your trains, so you've got your monorails and your trains, and then you've got powered rides, your go-karts and your dark rides, and then your water rides will of course be the log flume and the river rapids. Now moving on to rides. So over here we have a list of different rides. So here we have some categories. We've got gentle rides, so the one with the carousel. So these are all your gentle rides for the families. And then the thrill rides here, so these are all the really big, fast and thrilling and fun rides for everyone to go on. Shops and facilities, so this is mainly like the most important thing to have in your park. So for your blueprints, you've actually got shops and facilities already made in different styles. But like I said, I always used to custom ones because you can then add in different shops. I don't know. Here we are. So you've got like, so over here we've got food shops, drink shops, gift shops, toilets, first aid, ATMs, information, ticket booths, park entrances, and other. So other, that's just like, yeah, so you've got your food shops here, then your drink shops, your gift shops, your toilets, first aid, ATMS, information, ticket booths, park entrances and others. So yeah, that is what, so it's mainly important to have shops and toilets and information centres around your park, and also first aid as well. So these are quite the important things. Now the scenery has got to be one of the best things that I like doing, because you can actually build anything you want. You can put them anywhere around the park. So here we've got so if we go to path extras, sorry, so these, so you've got like benches, bins. So we've got benches here, and then of course you have your bins. So for your props, so these are all different props you can use as well for your rides, or mainly scenery around the park if you want to. So like I said, I'm not going to go through all of these because otherwise it would be a bit boring. So these are all the different scenery you can have for your park. Like I said, you could then put them into different categories. So I've got animatronics. So these are like your the moving characters and different objects that move. We've got statues and sculptures. Statues and centerpieces. So yeah, you've got statues. You've got fountains as well. You've got lighting as well. You can choose what lights you want to have on your rides or buildings. You've got archways as well. You've got signs. You can put signs on your rides as well, and just other stuff as well. And then of course the final thing I want to talk about is of course the builders. Now it's very important to have some builders in your park, so it actually makes it a bit more themed when you actually walk around. Gives you something to look at. And then over here we have got different categories. So obviously we've got walls, so you've got wall pieces, arches, columns, framework, wall decorations, mainly everything like that. You've got your roofs as well. So like I said, you can have different roofs, doors and windows as well, decorations, and then of course wall signs as well. Okay, so moving on to the final few options I want to talk about, which are located on the right hand side. We have got a variety of different options. So here, what I want to talk about is you can actually change the time of the day. So you can set the light in. So we're around about 12ish now. So if we change it to 12, we're going to change it to PM because that's gone past midday. Like I said, you can change it at night. And can I just say, it looks very spectacular at night with all the different lighting, the different scenery that lights up as well, and the ride lights as well. Yeah, it's mainly a good one to use, but we're going to change it to 12 PM. And then like I said, it's when the sun, that's 1 PM, but like I said, well, I'll probably change it to 1 PM because it'll be nearly 1 o'clock soon by the time I've stopped recording. So like I said, you can change it day and night if you want to. If you want to stick it on day, or you want to stick it on night, mainly to do lighting and that. And then here you have the date. It changes, so you have the date and year and then the actual time. Then over here we have 3 hours. You can change the simulation speed, so that's on normal. You can then change it to 2, and then you can change it to 3, so you can see everything goes really fast. And then when the rides go around, it goes quite fast as well. So over here then we have the paths option. So it's very important to have paths so that all the guests can access the park very easily. You've also got some natural paths as well. And then of course you've then got the queues. So you can actually just see in the background, I've actually got a few queues over here for the rides and coasters. And then for the terrain, that is like to add scenery, so you can add like a few little mountains or tunnels. You can even add water, which I've actually done for my log flume. And you can even paint it as well, so you can choose from grass, rock, sand, another type of rock if you wanted to. And I think there's some more at the top as well, so you've got more grass. Yeah, just mainly different shades really of the different categories. and then you can change the intensity and size of how much space you want to create some sort of mountain or water themed area. So yeah, that is mainly it for all the options I have talked about. So there you go then. So thank you very much for watching this video so far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the video with a few on my POV. So this first one I'm actually going to be doing is the Dragon Coaster, or known as Flight of the Dragon. This is a good coaster that has already been built, but I managed to add a bit of scenery, so it goes through a tunnel towards the start, and then we have a few animatronics, dragons around there. So what I'll do is I'll be quiet and then I'll show you the roller coaster POV. Enjoy. So there you go then. So that is it then for this little sneak preview of the theme park series I'm going to be doing. Like I said, this game is called Planet Coaster. I think this is going to be a very, very fun game that I'm actually going to be playing, and by creating a extraordinary and most spectacular theme park, I cannot wait to share the journey from starting it from being absolutely nothing to packed with full of rides and attractions and even coasters, dark rides, water rides, mainly everything like that. Like I said, I will be announcing this on the Branthwaite Productions Facebook page and the Instagram page in the next few days, because like I said, this series will be starting at some point next week. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video. However, just to let you know that I'm very sorry about the sounds. It's just because apparently right now you can't hear the actual sounds of the game. You can only hear my voice. Now this is because when I actually try and put it on a different setting, you can only hear the game itself but not your actual voice. So with the microphone settings, I have to keep going back and forth. So if I'm talking, then you won't hear any sound effects. But if I put it on speaker, you won't be able to hear my voice. All you just hear is the sound effects. So I'm gonna have to keep going back and forth with the actual gameplay itself. So thank you very much for watching this series preview. Like I said, I will be announcing this in the next few days, but until then, have a great day. Please stay safe, please stay at home due to the COVID-19 situation, and please, I hope you're all doing well. And like I said, I'm trying to get Branthwaite Productions to be back on track, which I have been doing right now. And like I said, I cannot wait to share this brand new series at some point next week. Thank you very much, and bye for now.